hello, and welcome back to Doctor Who, whatever episode this is. Season 1, episode 3 or 4, or series 14, episode 3. I don't know. It's called Boom. That's what we're going with. I am very much looking forward to this. I enjoyed the first 2 episodes quite a lot. I'm greatly enjoying the Doctor Companion dynamic we have going on here. They are a lot of fun, and they are bringing a great energy to the show, I think. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing how that energy develops. I am a little bit sick, so bear with me. I might sound a bit off and be a bit low energy, but I'm going to enjoy this episode nonetheless. Now, before we get in, I want to talk a little bit about, theories and things that I've seen around over the last week. So, I didn't really talk about the snow last time, and how Ruby was bringing snow from the past, and it seems to be definitely Ruby, because it was when she was in danger, and when Maestro was pulling out the secret song in her heart, or whatever it was, that the snow came. And then it came again when the Doctor was scanning her, and trying to find out what... I guess it's like whenever someone is trying to find out or remember what happened, the snow comes. Which makes sense, because the Doctor said it was a memory, so I guess that kind of makes sense. I don't know what that means, though. We're still setting up things for future reveals, I imagine. I have seen some people say that the this whole season is fake and not real, and it is a show, which I'm kind of leaning towards that theory, where it's not real and they're in a show now, which, I mean, they always have been in a show, but it's like a show within the show, or because, the Devil's Cord episode followed the rules of a musical. And if Maestro is the Toymaker's child, then the Toymaker had these specific rules that had to be followed. So it makes sense that Maestro would as well, and that whenever the genre of an episode changes, it follows the rules of that genre. Like in Devil's Cord, it's the rules of, people not thinking it weird to break into song, or the piano keys on the crosswalk, or whatever else it was. It had the rules of a musical. Not to mention the fourth wall breaks, which also feel like it's in a story that they're aware vaguely they're in a story. The Doctor could hear non-diegetic music, apparently. Something about that, I don't know. And then there was also the comment about going to visit Star Trek in Space Babies, which, if they're in a fictional show, then that's a possibility, right? So that's kind of... I'm liking that theory. I don't have any better theories myself, but I'm liking... excuse me. I'm liking that theory. I was also made aware of the reoccurring actress, Susan Twist, who I haven't searched up if that's an actual name and if she's an actual actress, but the name seems very suspicious alone, not to mention the fact that she's been in every of Nshuti's episodes. Given that we had the There's Always a Twist at the End song, and then there was a mention of Susan Foreman, it feels a little intentional to have that an actress of that name regularly showing up again. Is it Susan? I don't know. I'll keep an eye out for her. I would not have noticed her without people online pointing it out, because I'm very bad at noticing faces. But I was noticing weird lingering on particular characters who turned out to be her. I think that's all the general ideas I wanted to talk about beforehand. This episode, I don't know much about it. It's called Boom, and I know it's written by Stephen Moffat. And Stephen Moffat has done some very good standalone episodes, so I am looking forward to seeing what he brings to the table here. What I do want to see in this episode is the Doctor being a bit dark. Because we've seen his fear, we've seen his sadness, we've seen his joy and excitement. We've seen a lot from Ncuti. But we haven't seen the darkness and the darker side of the Doctor yet. And I want to see the 15th Doctor bring that out, because I think Ncuti would do such a good job with it. He has the range, even from what little I've seen of him in these 3 episodes. I really want to see him tackle something like, you know, David Tennant drowning all of the spider babies, or Matt Smith thinking he has to kill the space whale or whatever it was. I want to see these things where he almost goes too far and Ruby has to pull him back. And I think that's what's been missing in this season for me so far. Is yes, it's fun and whimsical and I'm really enjoying that, but the Doctor hasn't shown his flaws yet. He hasn't shown his selfishness. I fully believe that the Doctor's, on the whole, biggest flaw is selfishness, and I think I want to see that explored. We haven't seen his darkness and his willingness to do whatever it takes come through in the 15th Doctor yet. And as a result, not seeing this darkness and not seeing other flaws, it makes him feel a lot more shallow, and it makes the relationship between the Doctor and Ruby feel a lot more shallow as well. And I'd love to see some conflict between them so that they can get over it and have a stronger relationship going forward. I've been watching Funny Little Girl has been reacting to the series 1 of Doctor Who with Christopher Eccleston, so I've been watching her reactions of that. And it's reminded me just how much I really love that first initial season. Because of the complexity of the characters, you have the Doctor who is fresh off the Time War and is grieving and is dark, and you have Rose who is a little bit innocent and naive and not the smartest at times, but she is able to reach him emotionally. And I think that is what makes the first series of Doctor Who so great, and why it kept going as much as it did, because of their dynamic. It wasn't just a fun, we're off to explore the world dynamic. It was this is what I have to do as the self-proclaimed protector. And it was Rose being like, but you gotta save people. And I want to see a bit more of that in 15 and Ruby. But regardless, I am excited for this episode, and I have talked altogether too much, so I'm going to just get in and watch it. Let's do this. Looks fun.
Wait a moment. How are we doing?
So they got some kind of neural implant thing?
Base camp. We're right in the middle of a minefield.
It's just fog.
Some of the men think the Custarians are in the fog.
Custarians.
They're made of fog.
And do your team. Kiss, kiss.
Kiss, kiss.
We get an interesting dynamic of him in the middle of this war versus the little girl.
I'm not a bishop. I'm not allowed.
Yeah, I did think that their collars looked a bit
Don't have the
like
divinity.
priest collars. Is this the
Monday.
Is this that group that I forget their name, but they had the silence, didn't they? The headless people, was that the same group? I can't remember. They showed up in 11th Doctor's run.
Your tattoo.
It's not on general view, which makes it more exciting, given the romantic tension between us.
She's trying so hard. I was just talking at the end of the last episode that I wanted a more focus on side characters, and building the world that they land in. And then they're doing it this episode, so I'm happy.
It might detect the injury.
Well, it might help me then.
Is this the
So the
nanobots?
algorithm's haywire right now.
He
Ain't no
mentioned
way to us.
ambulance.
The algorithm's been upgraded.
You know, I'm not even sure it's...
Uh-oh.
Carson! Just stay where you are.
This
I'll
is...
just...
Uh-oh. No, no, no! Oh dear. Who's this? What is happening? Oh, the ambulance is woken up. And that's bad because he's injured?
Eyesight recovery time estimated. 4 weeks. Evaluation unacceptable. Combat medical. Failed.
Listen to me.
Oh.
I have a child at base camp.
So it's gonna take...
Kiss, kiss.
Next of kin. Informed.
Oof.
Thoughts and prayers.
Ooh.
Sharp scratch.
Okay. Okay, so we're dropping into a world that's in a war and is if someone is injured for too long then they're not worth saving. And I'm imagining there's some kind of they're draining resources so they're not worth keeping around kind of thing.
Someone's in trouble.
I love all the outfit changes. Oh, that's such cute. Oh, they're gonna get separated, aren't they? Uh-oh. Well, this is off to a fun start. I'm already liking where this episode is going, I think.
Doctor!
Oh no, they're definitely gonna end up separated.
Doctor,
Is that diegetic music or not?
Fine.
No.
Completely fine.
Okay, that's the doctor.
Come toward my voice.
I love how musical this version of the Doctor is.
What are you singing?
The Skyboat song. Like it? My landmine, Zen.
Oh boy.
Where are we?
In the middle of a war.
Oh, I was kind of hoping for a beach.
Everywhere's a beach eventually. So I think there's a gap, hoping for quite a big one.
It's not gonna be a big gap, is it?
Why does a landmine have lights on it?
Capitalism.
Excuse me?
Modern warfare. Death by salesmen.
4 fingers?
Okay. Well, that's,
Victory?
Vilengard.
Vilanga.
V for Vilengard. Biggest weapons manufacturer in recorded history. Supplied all sides in all conflicts for the past 2 centuries. In end, I lost that bet. Sorry. Wrong moment for this story.
You need help.
I'm not even screaming yet.
Yet.
Priorities.
Oh, it's gonna be tricky.
It's gonna be a moment, yeah?
It's gonna be a moment. Oh, careful.
Anyone there?
A weird thing.
If it's a heavy, weird
Oh.
thing, bring it.
Oh, that's
wrong?
gorgeous.
Your first time on a new planet.
Oh.
It flips your stomach, doesn't it?
Tell me what you're not telling me.
Yeah.
That is a body. That is a dead body. Compressed somehow,
Yay.
like it's been...
He was being smelted.
It's a good word. Smelted, isn't it?
Yeah, great word.
I've never used the word
Not-
smelted
not at the
before, so come up,
moment.
New planet, new word, landmine.
Hey, are you getting scared because you're just babbling now?
Toss it in your hand. If it goes wrong, you will be caught in the blast.
Well, let's get it right then.
I have.
Best not to worry then.
Careful.
Ruby, this doesn't work. You are brave. And you are wonderful. And I forgive you for being incredibly stupid. And if it does work, I'm gonna be very cross at you for a very, very long time.
Sky!
I love that song. It's about Bonnie Prince Charlie.
I know, it's sweet. Let's
It's
go.
sweet. And it's sad. And it's about soldiers fighting. But it's sad, like a lullaby. And it's right, isn't it? Songs about soldiers should be sad, don't you think? Because
Okay,
it's
Doctor, I'm
Yeah.
ready to stop babbling.
Over the sea to sky.
Okay.
I'm scared, I cried. She replied, young man, don't you know there's more to life than the moon and the president's wife?
Francis Vater.
Hello, I'm John. I was humanely terminated on the discovery of the fatal condition, blindness.
Blindness isn't fatal.
You literally just said that to a dead blind guy. Who terminated you, John?
My recovery was estimated as beyond acceptable parameters for a conflict as budgeted.
Medical services optimize the casualty rate for continued conflict. War is business, and business is booming.
That's not a great way to do things.
Good to meet you, John.
Daddy?
Oh no.
I'm looking for my daddy.
Who let her out into the battlefield?
Oh, that's good, isn't it?
Because my mummy got gathered up.
Gathered up? What does that mean? That's another horrible thing, I'm sure.
Gathered?
She got gathered up by God. He loved her so much that he gathered her up early so she can be in heaven with him like an
Right.
angel.
Is that a euphemism for death, or is there something going on there?
This is Ruby. And my name is the Doctor.
Avoiding the question
The
a
doctor
little bit
isn't
there.
here.
Yeah.
Splice Alison Vader.
Oh no.
Splice Alison Vader. You have answered.
Oh,
I am an
don't run down there, kid. She's gonna land on another.
Apologies for your loss. Let's grieve
No,
together.
wait.
Yeah, careful with the mine.
Look at his spot! Look at what he's standing on!
This doctor cries very easily, and it's again that much more emotionally open thing. Oh, what is that?
What's
I'm happening.
It's gold on one side. Is that
I'm
like?
explosive.
Oh.
Great name, Monday Flynn. You should marry Ruby. Then you'll be Monday Sunday. Go on, get married. I'd laugh every day.
What's an Anglican Marine?
The Castarians.
Who are the
The
Castarians?
Castarians. Go on, tell me about the Castarians.
We've never seen them.
Excuse me?
They're in the mud.
Oh. They're not
That's what
actually
we
fighting
think.
anything, are they? They're just here to sell.
Sentient mud. Do you know how ridiculous you sound?
Doctor,
I've
you.
met sentient
Yeah.
mud, lovely girls.
You are the explosive.
I'm a Time Lord. Not a human, I'm a Time Lord.
Doctor!
Uh-oh. Yeah, I was gonna say they're gonna work
I am
differently
a
for him.
higher.
I'm Anglican.
No, stop it!
Oh no, now it's now the ambulance is on the way. That's
Much bigger back.
Scan me, see for yourself.
oh, running out of time.
You could blow up half of this planet.
Yep.
Combat detected.
Oh, get the ambulance on the landmine.
Please, you've got to stop that thing.
Unknown. Unidentified. Vital signs. Vital signs. Vital
No, he's not human! Do it! Come back! Come on, that lovely! Come back! Come back! This way!
Come on, you can do it. Shoot me a little bit. Do my arm.
Just a little
Come on,
bit.
please.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Not good. Oh dear.
Oh my god!
Is it gonna know who she is?
She was going to shoot you.
Ruby Sundown.
Yeah, it does know who she is.
Aged 3,082 years. Next of kin.
That ambulance
Who
is.
is the next of kin?
Next.
Oh, it's snowing again. You see, whenever she thinks about the
It's not possible.
church.
It doesn't snow here.
Next of
Just
kin.
please tell me who it is.
There's her.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
Mortality estimate 432 seconds.
Not looking good for anyone.
Non-ordained. Treatment withheld.
Oof. That's a bit rough.
But it's not programmed to assist non-believers.
We've got 5 minutes, probably less. Please. What can we
Okay.
do?
Fun times.
Surrender.
Ooh.
Authorize that. It wouldn't switch off the landmine.
Yes, it would.
Because it's all of it is there for profit. Because if the war stops, then
Because it's your landmine.
yeah.
No, Ruby, stop that. Hang on in there.
Ruby,
I
stop
still
dying.
need you.
Stop it.
And you know what that does? Ruby, that activates the Valengard algorithm, the acceptable casualty rate algorithm. Keeps you dying, keeps you buying.
Ooh.
Huh? Do you get it?
There is no.
Do you
enemy.
get it?
The algorithm
Do you
keeps them
get
fighting
it?
and dying.
You are fighting your own hardware and it's killing you at just the right amount to keep you buying more. I mean, most armies would know. No, but the ambulances, and the ambulance is connected to me, and I am connected to you. Shut up, Google.
That is against my digital protocols.
Dad to dad. You never let them down, right? Dad to dad. Dust to dust. Am I right?
So he can't. He's just an AI simulant.
No, but there's something real left over in there. Looks like he's crying.
Thoughts and prayers.
The one you did on Posh Graham was beautiful.
These two are cute.
Why?
I wanted to
Because
see
he
it.
likes you.
Everyone knows I like you, except Posh Graham, who now thinks I like him. I mean, it was on his upper thigh. You could have warned me.
Defenses.
What is it?
Uh-oh.
Where are you? I can't.
Oh no,
You
did he
injured?
get killed?
I'm
What?
fine. How are you?
What just
I'm
happened?
okay.
What just happened? Am I
Shock.
not allowed to like people? What is going on?
Yeah.
Why is it, so what actually just happened? Were they not meeting the casualty?
I distracted him.
It was the
Yeah.
algorithm breach. The Vanguard algorithm is protecting itself. The
Yeah.
ambulance killed him.
Daddy.
Safe. Antelope, safe. Can't.
Oh,
Can't.
he flickered into the nurse for a second.
Any
Uh-oh.
attempt to enter as John Francis Vater has been
Is
identified
that
as a hostile deleted.
Oh dear.
Thoughts and prayers.
Is that nurse the Susan Twist lady?
This landmine will induce fail-safe immolation.
Uh-oh.
If you want one kiss.
Antelope. Kiss, 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 kiss.
Oh, he did it. He took over.
Protocol.
Wowee, it's actually doing ambulance work for the first time in this entire episode.
Doctor.
Oh, Ruby! Oh, why are you lying around missing all the good stuff? Boom, tap, tap, boom, tap, tap. October the 5th, I sent this girl's dad into the software just for a look around.
I love how excited he is.
Basically.
That is so pretty.
Right, enough of that. Moving on. Come on, Ruby.
Hang on, we've had like 2 minutes of the awesome.
Yeah, 2 minutes, no lingering, plenty more universe to see, and quite frankly,
Still
your
running,
lifespan
Doctor.
sucks.
He's not gone. He's just dead. He's not gone.
That is right. That is exactly right. You keep the faith, Splice.
Okay. I was having
I
a
thought you
few
didn't like
issues
faith much,
with the
Doctor.
Doctor's attitude towards faith, but
Just
That-
because I don't like it, doesn't mean I don't need it.
yeah.
Monday.
I will be popping in every now and then.
Will you though,
Fish
Doctor?
fingers and custard is my favorite.
Still?
Okay, come on, Ruby.
Yes, sorry.
We're all dead eventually.
It's hardly any time that we're not dead. It's a good thing too. We've got to keep the pace up, otherwise nothing will get done.
Yeah, he's... I'm picking some things up with 15th Doctor.
Maybe the best part.
And there she goes, off on another adventure. Snowflakes still remaining. Now I'm gonna go, gonna skip the next time, and I want to see the credits, because I want to see if Susan Twist was in here. Yes, she was. She was the ambulance. Okay. I thought it might have been her. Yes, this episode is what I desperately wanted. It kind of it had a lot of what I have been wanting in Doctor Who for a long time, you know? A lot smaller stakes and a lot smaller frame, where you only really had 5 characters or so in it. Smaller, more personal stake. Like, there were larger ramifications of everything going on, but the stakes were very personal and very contained in that area. Like, the Doctor spent the entire episode standing on that landmine, and that kind of gave a very narrow framework of what the episode could do. So it just had to be people talking, essentially, and it was done so well. Like, it's been 40 minutes, and it did not feel like 40 minutes, but here we are. It just, episodes that are smaller scale and have to rely on the quality of the writing are my favourite when the writing is good. And they're the kind of episodes that I think Stephen Moffat especially excels at, like Blink, for instance. Did he do Midnight? I think he did Midnight. Come to mind. Now I need to check if he did Midnight. Hold up. Oh no, RTD did Midnight. Okay, never mind then. But Blink is one, and yeah, those smaller level, smaller stakes kind of things where you're exploring an idea and you're exploring responses, I really enjoy. And it did really dig its teeth into the ideas it was exploring. The ideas being war as a commodity, like the commodification and the commercialization of war, to the point where life is not valued as much as what profit, you know. Lives are expendable so long as you can have profit. And then also the dangers of taking religion too far, and the I guess the danger of waging a war based on religion has historically never really gone very well, and the danger of, I don't know, it's a complicated thing, but I think it explored it really, really well. And I was a little bit uncertain when the Doctor was like, oh, now you want proof, you know, etc. Now you want that. I guess it's the difference between blind faith and the importance of faith, you know, kind of exploring the differences between blindly following something because that's what you've been raised to believe and that's what your religion is and that's what your culture is, so that's what you believe, versus holding on to faith as hope for the future. And faith should be something that you base your decisions upon, but the larger scale that gets, the more dangerous that can get, because religion is very good at controlling people, or people are very good at using religion to control others, I should say. And I really did like the balance between the Doctor being annoyed at the blind faith used to throw lives away or used to hurt other people versus the faith that is hope for the future and that kind of thing. It was a good balance. Yeah, and then you have the extreme capitalism that is profiting off war and creating fake wars to gain more profit. And even the thoughts and prayers thing I found very interesting because, like, I believe that prayer is powerful and that it is necessary, but it is often used as a dismissive, thoughts and prayers, we don't have to actually do anything. There is a balance between trusting in a higher power that is more powerful and has a hand on the situation and is ultimately in control, versus the responsibility to act and to think for yourself and to find evidence and to trust, you know, explore things yourself, and send aid and help when needed. I think, yeah, it wove the threads together really, really well in a way that wasn't contrived and was a realistic and really good exploration of both issues. And this is what, like, this is Doctor Who at its peak, I think, where it's smaller scale and it's exploring one or two issues really, really well and in depth, and it's not necessarily picking a side on either issue. My one complaint is that I would have liked to see the Doctor get a bit angry. And I'm still hoping for that at some point. I want to see Ncuti get angry. That righteous anger that the Doctor is so good at, you know? Hopefully in a future episode we shall get that. And the snow came again. So Ruby was asking the ambulance to tell her who her next of kin was, but the ambulance couldn't figure that out. Which implies a biological next of kin, because otherwise it would have said her mother. So it implies it knew she was born in 2004 because it mentioned her being 3,000 years old or whatever it was. So it could pick that up from her. And interesting that it could pick her up, but it couldn't pick up who the doctor was. And that may be because he's from different species, and I guess Ruby is from Earth, so there would still be records of her or something from back in the 2000s. But she was asking the ambulance who her next of kin was, presumably her biological next of kin. And because I think she was thinking about her family and her biological family and where she came from, that's what caused the snow to come. So the trend I am seeing is that whenever she's thinking about that church and her birthday and where she comes from, the snow gets pulled through from that night. So I'm very interested to see where that leads. This was a fantastic episode. I'm back in it. The first two were fun, but they didn't quite feel like Doctor Who to me. But this one, I'm like, yes, this is what I wanted. I'm very much enjoying it. It's also, talking about the 15th Doctor a little bit, he is a lot more emotionally open to some regards, but he's still running because he didn't stay to dwell in the moment. He's like, right, let's go, we gotta do the next thing, you know. Human lifespans are so short, we gotta keep moving, go. He's still running, which is the Doctor's thing, has been forever and ever. He stole a time machine and ran away. He's always been running. And he's not running from his emotions as much and his past as much, and he's talking to Ruby a lot. But I think that's a different kind of a coping mechanism that he's, or a coping technique that he's using that may not necessarily mean it's the healthiest or whatever. He's not letting himself sit and dwell in the moment. He's blurting it all out to Ruby. He's telling her, right, we gotta keep going. He's running from the implications of these things in a way. And I'm hoping at some point he's forced to slow down and process or whatever. Which he kind of did as the 14th Doctor, staying with Donna. But now he's running again. And I still don't know how the bi-generation thing works, so who knows, whatever. Yes. He reminds me of my friend who, when she's nervous and stressed, just starts info dumping and babbling. And just talking about things that she may not necessarily mean to be talking about or revealing, but just kind of talking a lot. And it's a very interesting juxtaposition and like contrast to the last however many Doctors who are fully repressed. It's like he's pivoted so far to the other side now. But yes, that's enough blabbering away from me. Greatly enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you again next week for the next episode. So yeah, thank you for watching. You guys head off, grab a drink, get a snack, take a nap, go for a walk, go do something that isn't on YouTube. And I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.